Really appreciate that. And let's finish this month with, some mega action. So bless you, Karina. So just, I don't know, I'm happy to just run wherever you guys want to go with this tonight. If you guys got some questions, stuff coming up. I'd like to share a little bit of gold that I got out of spending the last week with, some other 7-figure earners in our profession. We're not allowed to call it industry anymore. We've got to call it, it is a profession, which it certainly is. So it was nice to hang out with Eric Warre and, I had the opportunity on Sunday to get, I think there was like 7 of us in a room and get one-on-one coaching and let him beat us up a little. But the one thing I want to say this, and one thing that was just, I actually said to Eric, I feel like this is the thing I'm worried about. I feel like we're really onto it. I feel like we're already doing a really good job, and the things that he spoke to us about that we need to really continue to build on, we're already pretty conscious of it. What was interesting is that, some companies, like the idea of like tracking numbers and being conscious around things, they're like, it was all foreign to them, where I felt like we've done, and probably hence the reason that this team's been able to do what it's been able to do over the last 4 years. But what I'm really excited about, and I've certainly made the pledge to the wider freestyle team, but if you guys miss training, I'm really committed that we're going to double the size of freestyle in the next 12 months. I'm really pumped to do that. I'm pumped to take this thing next level and do stuff like, forget Juice Plus. I mean, like, forget the record breakers of Juice Plus. Like, I really feel like we can be a standout in the whole profession. I really, truly believe that. Eric certainly challenged me that we're all thinking too small, and we can really take this thing next level if you guys really want to. So, I'm letting you guys know that I'm taking this thing next level, and I'm saying, if you guys want to be on that journey, if you guys want to be a part of that, then I'm here to, my thing is that get your ticket into the Freestyle Express train and jump the hell in. Get in, strap yourself in, and like really go for it, because I know the next 12 months are going to be huge. And really, you guys just getting in there and making the most of the momentum. There's no doubt that speed loves success loves speed, right? It just really does love speed. Success loves speed, and it's built on momentum and making the most of momentum. And tonight, honestly, guys, to have 4 people launching, that's what I call momentum. That means, like, you guys, some of you guys are really stepping up. And, I actually went through some numbers today and through this team and saw some really cool stuff happening. So don't think it goes unnoticed. I see some of you guys are doing some stuff. I'm like, wow, they got some stuff going on in their business. So I know who you guys are. I don't need to single you guys out in here, but I want to say congratulations. And, the work is worth it. My thing is that you guys have got some momentum happening. Then if you've got some momentum, stay on it. And if you don't, then be inspired by these guys. Get a bit of a fuck it, I'm doing it too attitude, right? Just like, you know what? Why can't I get a piece of this? You guys, there's people around you on here that they're no different to you guys. They're just getting in and doing it. So before I kind of just ramble on for an hour, 45 minutes, I think you guys got me about 45 minutes tonight. Like, what questions you guys got? What would you like me to talk about tonight? Or maybe you guys have got some stuff.
I have a question, Adam.
Yeah.
So this is around the format for when you're starting a new teamie. So let's say
good.
Your new teamie, it's like the way it looks to me now is you do the 3-way call.
Yep.
Then within a few days you do a follow-up chat.
Yep.
Which, if they haven't ordered their product yet, they're then ordering their product because you sent them some more information.
Yep.
And so then it's any other questions that they have, any other links.
Yeah.
And then it seems to be go away and think about some people already in your life.
Yeah.
That this product or business might be for.
Yeah.
then have another chat
Yeah.
a few days later. Is that right?
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
then what?
Then just stay with them. Keep get them into action and getting them into it. So I'm standing up, guys, because I want to draw diagrams, because I know some of you guys like pictures, and this might help you guys see it better rather than hear it, right? I like to see things, not hear things. So I think the thing is, you guys think about this, is that you have someone that's seen the event, right? If they've seen the event, you've put them in a three-way, okay? So if they've seen an event, how many guys have got someone that's seen an event over the last couple of weeks? Anyone seen anyone? So keep your hand up if you put them in you put them all in a three-way. Some of you guys, I love you guys. Some of you guys are like, because you know what you're meant to do. So I want to say to you guys that once they've seen an event, you must put them in a three-way, okay? Put them in a three-way. Introduce them to your upline if they're interested, if they've got some questions, right? If they've got a couple of questions, put them in a three-way. Trust me, guys, this works. You know, I want to say this, about a week or two ago, I had someone that just didn't want to be teachable. Karina knows who that person is. And I honestly, guys, I had to call them out. I had to say, just trust me. I can't help you unless you just trust me and just go with this, right? Just go with it. And so I challenged that person. I said, here's the message. All I want you to do is write this message in the message with the prospect, me, and you. That's all you need to do. He resisted still for about a day, and I was like, we'll see. He finally did it. And good news is, not only is his prospect starting, these prospects already got someone started all in the next week. Mm-hmm. I urge you guys, it works. What we do works. I'm not saying it's perfect, but I don't know anything that works better than what we do. And if I'm honest with you guys, even spending the week with Eric, and Eric talks about, he's talking strategies, this, then do that. The only thing that I would say that you guys could be doing, if you have a relationship with someone, right, someone that you know, rather than just flick them a half-hour video, then maybe jumping on a call and just having a chat first about them, not trying to explain the business, but take an interest in them. It might be as simple as this, guys. Hey, how are you? Got 5 minutes to chat? And then pick up the phone and say, hey Mel, how are you? How's life? What's been going on? Blah, 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 right? It's just take an interest in them. Hey, I'm not sure if you noticed what I'm up to. I've just started something. I've been doing something for a little while. It's pretty exciting. There's lots of momentum going on. And I just couldn't help but think the idea of creating, someone like you, the idea of creating an extra income around, the idea of creating an additional stream of income, is that something of interest to you? If you could create an additional stream of income around what you're doing, would that be of interest? They're going to ask you what it is. You're like, look, if you're okay with it, I'm going to just send you something. But I want to ask you this. What would an extra income mean to you right now? What would an extra income mean to you right now? Why would that be of interest? Find out, maybe give them a little bit more purpose before you send the video, right? That would be, you guys know that we talk about, create curiosity. This is creating curiosity. Instead of doing it on Messenger, just pick up the phone. Why not? Hey, I wouldn't say, can I call you? I would say, this is what I would do, guys. People don't answer their phones. You guys know this, right? But if I message you and said, hey, you around? You got 5 minutes? And they say, yeah, I am. I'm here. And you're like, call them straight away. Call them. They say, yeah, I'm here. Also, and so don't say, can I call you? I wouldn't do that. I would just ring them. They said they were there, pick it up, ring them. And say, hey, how are you? What's been going on with you? Blah, blah, blah. Hey, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I got something really exciting going on right now. I couldn't help but think, can I ask you, the idea of creating an additional stream of income right now around what you're already doing, does that get your interest in any way? It does. I'm not sure if you noticed what I've been doing. It's pretty exciting. There's lots of momentum going on, and I couldn't help but think of you. Can I ask you, around the idea of an additional stream of income, is it more right for now or more just long term? It might just be that, like taking interest. Is it more like just helping, add that extra bit of income to right now for life right now? Or is it more like long term? That's when you think about that. And they might say, oh, it's this, that, awesome, great. So I'm going to send you something if you're okay with that. I'm going to just send you something. Love to check it out. Love to know what you think. You're giving them more reason to watch it. You guys get it? Because you've created a bit of connection. I can tell you guys secretly, Kira and I are working on a video to help you guys with maybe even just like a little intro video to send like a 3-minute little taster around that. But right now, that'll work. Just create a bit of interest. Once they've seen the event, so my thing is you want to be following them up. Once you've sent them an event, let's change that again. Once you've sent them the event, you then want to follow them up in the next 2 to 3 days and say, hey, Mel, how are you? Sorry, I haven't touched base in the last couple of days. Lots going on. It's lots of fun. Just wanted to catch you. I wanted to catch you for a quick chat. I just want to do the right thing and follow you up. Just wondering if I caught you for a quick chat. I've got a little bit of time today, tomorrow. I've got a little bit of time later today, tomorrow morning. Whatever it is, whatever you got available, I've got a little bit of time. Wondering when would be the best time to catch you for a chat. So you want to do this next chat. But what you want to do, if you do it that way, then let your upline know, hey, I'm having a call tomorrow. Are you around? Can you jump on? Or you add them into the message and say, hey, Mel, I'm looking forward to catching up with you tomorrow. Karina is someone that's been a good friend of mine. We've been working together, and I wanted to introduce, as I was going to probably get her to jump on with us tomorrow, if you're okay with that. Right, so you just add them in, you let them know they're going to jump on, and then Karina will be like, hey, girl, how are you? Great to connect, blah, blah, blah. If they come to you and they've watched the event and they're doing that, then you can just set them up in a 3-way and do the way you guys know, which is, hey, Adam, think I was watching an event, she had some questions, blah, 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 love to introduce, and then work out a time from there. Then it's the 3-way, right? Now, from the 3-way, guys, honestly, there's not many people that aren't kind of like excited by this stage. Like, I don't know anyone that's kind of like it's not their thing. Like, they're not really resonating with anything by the time they get to a 3-way. Mel, I find it hard to work out a time that suits everyone. Are you putting them in a 3-way message? Big deep breath.
I just find there's a lot of backwards and forwards to work out a time often. And I've got one for the weekend and I don't really know what to do with it because Karina can't do it. Lots of people don't want to do it.
Is she in a 3-way message?
Not yet, because I want to make sure someone's available on the weekend.
No. What you need to do is put them in the 3-way message, and then there's no going back and forth because all 3 of you guys are in the message.
Right.
Trust me. Trust me.
Okay, when I have this girl who says, I only have time on the weekend.
Great. I'd love to introduce you to Karina. Let's work out a time. Done.
Karina said
so you just add Karina in and you say, hey, Karina, I wanted to introduce you to Thingo. Like, you shouldn't even know when she's available yet.
Right.
Right? Because you probably had too much conversation to even know when she's available. You know she's watched the event.
Yeah.
And then you just say, then you might add Karina in and say, hey girl, I wanted to introduce you to Karina. Karina's been an amazing support. Karina, Thingo's recently watched an event. She had a few questions. I thought together we might be able to help answer her questions. Job done. Karina then says, hey, love to, great to connect. Love to help answer your questions. What gets you interested around what this is? Blah, 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 right? Then she responds, and then Karina says, you know what? Might be easy to catch over a chat. When's normally the best time to get you? During the day, the evenings. Then if she can only do Saturday, then you guys work something out. If Karina's like, look, I can't do Saturday, but I can certainly do Monday. It's amazing what people can do if they really have to.
Yeah.
People say I'm like during the day. I'm like, awesome. So I could do Thursday or Friday. What's better for you? It's mate. Trust me, Mel. It'll save you lots of this going back and forth. Like that's why we do the three-way message more than anything, guys. So you don't have to go back and forward.
So when I've sent the link, and then you don't put them straight away into a three-way because you've got to find out if they've got any interest.
Yeah, but you follow them up. I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't say, is there any interest? They're going to tell you if they're not interested. I would follow them up into like so once you've sent the event,
yeah,
I'm not going to message them and say, hey girl, did you enjoy it? I'm just going to say, hey girl, I just wanted to follow you up and do the right thing. I'd love to catch up. I'd love to catch you for a chat over the next day or so. When might be a good time?
So, and then she says, I'm only available on the weekend. I'm busy during the week. Do you know
Great.
what I mean?
I love to. So then you add Karina in. You add Karina in. You say,
add Karina.
Yeah. Once she just says about times, then you just add Karina in. Hey, Karina, I want to introduce you to Thingo. Hey, Thingo, I want to introduce you to Karina. Karina's been awesome support. I'd love to connect us all together. She'll be able to help answer the questions, Karina. Any chance, you're available Saturday? Karina might say, unfortunately, I'm not, but I could do this time or this time.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, well, I haven't responded, so I was waiting for that.
Yeah,
Cool.
just add Karina. Have you added Karina yet?
I don't know.
I want to say this. I'm going to do this. Do it right now. How many of you guys have got someone that you've kind of been talking to for a while, back and forth, and you're like, oh my God, I'm sick of it. How many of you guys got someone that's not in a three-way message?
Yeah.
Keep your hand up. Is there only 3 of you guys? 4 of you guys? 5 of you guys? I want to challenge you to do this right now. If you've got more than one, go and do it. Go right now to your phone and add your upline support into the message and introduce them. Hey, Thingo, I just had a thought. I wanted to introduce you to Thingo. They've been a great support. I know you've had some questions. I felt like they might be able to help you answer some of your questions.
So when you have someone that they're interested, but they said, I haven't finished the video yet, give me the weekend.
That's okay.
They'll do the same thing?
Yep, do it.
Just do it.
Yep, do it. Corinne? I can't unmute you. I'm not the host.
Hello. How
You
are
go.
you all?
Good.
I've got a couple of questions. I had some people that were interested in the business. I sent them the link.
Yeah.
And they've replied back saying, sorry, it's not for me, sort of thing.
Yep. You kidding me? Someone said that?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
And then I've also got another question, just a quick one.
Let's go back to that person first, right?
Yep.
So can I ask you this? How did they become interested?
I put a post on Jobs Wanted.
Jobs wanted. Interesting. Yes.
Or, yeah, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I just said that I'm looking for, and I got quite a lot of interest. Last night I sent one back after about 3 or 4 days saying, sorry, I haven't got back to you. I've been busy, blah, blah, blah. And then they've replied back to me late last night about 10 o'clock saying it's not for me.
Yep. Can you, the only question I'd say, hey, totally understand. Can I ask, what is it that you saw that you felt like wasn't really for you?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You can ask that. You did?
Yes. No, I haven't yet. I thought it was too late, and I thought I'm just going to leave it.
It's too late?
It was late last night.
What
so
does that mean? Do you think most people got their phone on silent, girl?
Okay. But I just didn't want to reply at 10 o'clock at night.
You can reply at 10 o'clock at night. You're going to reply at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. All right.
Do you have your phone next to you in your bed when you go to sleep?
No, it's on my husband's side of the bed, and I usually have it on silent, yeah.
And does it bing at night?
It used to, but now I've got it on silent.
Guess what? So does everyone else.
Okay. All right.
Have you replied to her yet? That person yet?
No.
Exactly.
I've got two that sent similar messages.
I want you to get this. Another 24 hours have gone now because you're worried about messaging them at 10 o'clock, and now it's like, oh, it's another day because I was worried about just get it done. Like, mate,
Okay.
just get it done.
All right.
And if they're offended about 10 o'clock, then they're probably not fit for this business.
Okay. I've got another question. I've got a friend that I went to school with, and she saw a post that I did on Instagram, and it was more like, if you're following my journey and you want to find out a bit more, I just put pictures of my kids and I having fun on the last day of school holidays. And she said, I want to know more. So I sent her a link. Is there any possibility to do like a 3-way on Instagram? Is that possible?
Why do you want to do it on Instagram?
Because that's the only way we're contacting each other. She
Is
doesn't.
she on Facebook?
I think so.
Could your friend request her on Facebook?
Okay. Yeah, I think we are, but she doesn't seem to go on there as much as.
Yeah, just message her on Instagram and say, hey, babe, I normally communicate with most people through Facebook Messenger. Do you use it? Can I message you through there? I know that any of our guys that are creating leads through Instagram, they're pulling them straight over to Facebook as quickly as possible because it's just a lot more user-friendly to communicate.
All right. Yeah. I just wanted to see if there was like a new hip thing that I didn't know about yet.
Can I just give you my honest thing about job boards?
What?
You know the whole job board thing, like sharing what we do on job boards?
Oh, okay. Yes, I know what you mean.
My thing is when you share what we do on job boards, I think it's borderline misleading.
Okay.
It's not a job, and people think they're coming for a job interview, and then all of a sudden they're like, "What? I got to pay to have this job or something." So I don't know anyone that's doing really well out of that sort of market.
Okay.
And my thing is, there's lots of people in job sites because they actually don't want a job. I know it sounds unbelievable.
Yeah, I know.
People are serial. You know, it's like a bit like the Social Security. It's the online Social Security. They actually don't want a job. They're just doing what they got to do to seem like they're doing what they got to do.
Yeah, I did.
There? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. That was my last time anyway, but I found that every time I'd send a link, it was either that response or they just disappear off the face of the earth.
The only strategy that I'd say that could work in that space is that maybe pick up the phone before you send the link.
Yeah.
On the basis of, hey, I'd love to catch you for a chat. Hey, thanks for your inquiry. Can I ask you, ideally, what are you looking for when it comes to work? Is it full-time, part-time, blah, blah, blah. And then you say, awesome. I'd love to catch you for a chat. And then when you pick up the phone, you say, tell me about yourself. What have you been looking for? Blah, blah, blah. So we have an online business. We teach people how to generate an income, predominantly using online, and to be able to build it up over time. So if that's something of interest, I'd love to send you something. You're open to that. At least when they open it, then they're kind of, at least you've built a little bit of rapport. Like I think it sounds like you're doing a good job of creating some interest.
Yes.
But maybe build some rapport rather than boom, this is a business. And
I don't want it to
unexpectedly.
Yeah. I don't want to feel like I'm hiding anything.
So I think the job board thing. I probably said the wrong thing. To be honest, my thing would be they're probably like thinking they're coming for a job interview, and then all of a sudden you're like, boom, here, like what? This is a business, not a job. So I think if you pick up the phone first and say, tell me how long you've been looking for work and blah, 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 and what are you looking for? And then kind of, I think there's a bit of rapport building there. I know Brian, if I share Brian, like even with his Facebook ads, before they send a video, they speak to him on the phone before anyway, because they're cold leads. They want to build a bit of rapport, and then they'll say, I'm going to send you something now that I know a bit more about you, if you're open to that.
All right. That sounds better. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot.
My pleasure. Any other questions? I'm going to get to this, but any other questions while we're on these sort of subjects? Keep moving forward. Okay, great. Let's do this. So, so three-way, right? So we have the three-way. Then so on this three-way, there's probably three things. So I'm going to ask them, the normal questions. What gets you interested? What could this be? What questions you have? What else do you need to know? Blah, blah, blah. Do you guys want an extra question that I've actually been testing and it's actually quite effective? I asked them, what's got your interest? And then I asked them on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being super interested, on a scale of 1 to 10 right now, how interested are you in what we're all about so far? It's really powerful. I've been doing it over the last couple of days. Eric shared it at GoPro, and I've shared it, and it's really cool. Because they really think, and then they go, well, I'm kind of an 8. And you're like, awesome. So it's real. I find it really powerful. And then I just ask, oh, what if they say 2? Oh, why is that? And you kind of get an understanding of where they're at before you're kind of dealing with them. So, three-way. When they're getting off the three-way, I'm giving them 3. I think if I've done a good job, most people are excited and ready to get going, right? So the thing is, I'm going to say from here, like, what's next, right? They're going to say, what's next eventually. They're going to say there are 3 steps, 3 simple steps in the beginning, right? Step 1, products, program. Let's get you started on the program. Let's get started on the products. Let's help you start to build some belief around, like, just help you take your belief around the products to the next level. I always say it's very hard to recommend something that you're not using yourself, right? It's all about just helping you build belief. So that's, steps, program, product. And then I'm actually going to go through the options around the product. So we've got this, it's this much, the shakes, it's this much, it's this much. Or I might say I'm going to send the options, but if I can get the deal done there, why not? The next one is, I'm going to say that step 2 is watch the game plan. Okay, so they're going to go away, watch the game plan video, and they're going to go see how to put potentially the first $500 to $1,000 in their bank account. And then the third step is, we're not going to register their franchise, but I'm going to get your franchise details. And once I've got your franchise details, I'm going to add you to the page and I'm going to tag you into the game plan video. The game plan video is in the albums. There's a short version now. It's like 10 or 11 minutes. You guys will find it. It's even got like, I think it's got like section, like unit 1, unit 2, unit 3. It's unit 1 in the freestyle page. Okay, it's been changed to unit 1. So you guys will find that. So they're going to, let's order your product. I'm going to get your franchise details, but we're not going to activate it until either we've got your first customer ready to go or it's the end of the month, whichever comes first. But once I've got your details, I'm going to add you to the page and I'm going to do this. Now we are going to help find a way to give you guys, there is a longer version of the game plan. So if they're not ready to do that, you can send them the longer version of the game plan if you want. And maybe they need some more information. If they need more information, then you can give them some more information. But from my experience, most people have done enough research once they've got here that they're kind of, they're pretty close to good to go. So then I'm going to say to them, once you've done these 3 things, I'd love to catch up with you again. Okay, so we're going to do what we call like the welcome call. Welcome, getting started, whatever it is, right? Getting started call. And on this call, what I want to do is I want to inspect. I'm going to ask them a couple of key questions. If in the first 30 to 60 days, this could help you, if you get a certain amount of money in your account over the next 30 to 60 days, what would that figure be? And how many hours are you prepared to put into this, right, to make that happen? So I just kind of want to help cast a vision over the next 30 days. I'm also up here, guys, I should say, the bonus thing that I'm adding to this, that I always say, the extra thing, is I want you to think of 5 people in 2 areas. I want to think of 5 people during this 3-way. There's probably some people I always said there's probably people you're already thinking of, right? I always think of people, like I thought about people with health. I thought about people from a business perspective. My advice is that I don't want you to speak to them yet. I don't want you to run out of here and talk to them. All I want you to do is I want you to write down 5 people that this program and product might be able to help. 5 people that love, know, and trust you that maybe you could recommend the program to. And I want you to think about 5 people. I want you to write down 5 people's names that you feel like maybe an extra income could help also. There's lots of reasons why people are interested in this, right? Creating extra income for whatever it is. So the 5. But I don't want you to talk to them. we're going to talk about how to share this with these people, how to reach out and share this in a way that they get that you're trying to help them, not hunt them, when we get together here. Okay, so I'm just warning, we're going to do this, go and do this. Once you've ordered the product, once you've sent through your franchise details, although we're not going to pay or activate it yet, and once you watch the game plan, then we're going to do this. I would advise you guys to get your uplines involved in this call if they were involved in this call until you learn how to get people to SDVF. Right, until you're effectively getting people started and getting them to SDVF, and you've probably done it 2 or 3 times, then you're probably up for you could do this. But if you're on the call, can I encourage that you guys are taking notes and learning through your upline support? Because I can't keep up with this. Like 100 miles, I just can't be on every 3-way call. It's just impossible. Sooner or later, you guys are going to have to wait, and we don't want to do that. We want to just keep duplicating, teaching. Just thinking, I want to learn how to do this, so I can teach my team how to do it. So I can do it with my team, and this doesn't get slowed down because Adam can't get on a call. So the next one, so I'm going to do this. How much money would you love to make in the first 30, 60 days? How many hours are you prepared to put into this per week? Awesome. Let's do this. So I just want to make sure this is aligned with what they want. The next thing is, do you know how to do that? Do you know how to do that through the game plan? A few customers, a team member or two, help you get that first 500, 1,000 in your account. The next thing is, let's talk about your first customer. Let's just go and talk about one of these people up here. Just one of them. Who is it? I'm just asking them, who is it? How do you know them? What do you know about them? Why do you want to share the program, the product? All I'm listening to, do they understand what makes up a customer? Do they know, are they assuming that this could be good for them, or they actually know something about their health, right? How would this benefit them? And I'm just going to help them and coach them through that, do that. The same with the business. Who do you know business-wise? Who do you know that would love to create an extra stream of income? Let's talk about one of these people. What do you know about them, blah, 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 and how could you reach out? You guys know how to reach out. They're a new team member. You guys know how to do that. You guys know how to reach out when it comes to the program. You guys know how to reach out about the business. Yeah? Pretty easy, simple, awesome. And then my thing would be just a little extra. If you guys want, maybe someone new, I might just say, you know, if we could put that first $200 to $300 back in your bank account today, would that be of interest at all? And if you've got an extra 15 minutes, we could get that into spin. We could get that into swing today. How's that sound? And then I literally would get them to do their first couple of reach outs with you on their, like, through text message. What I know, guys, if you can help someone that's getting started, help them find their first customer in their first day or two, it changes the game big time. So why not just say, if you're excited, if you like the idea of finding your first couple of customers, the idea of finding your first customer and potentially maybe putting your first $200, $300 back in your account with obviously your own order, their order, the bonus, right? Get to DVF. If you like the idea of getting that done, if we could do that today, would that be of interest? If you got 15 minutes, I'd love to help you get started. How's that sound? They say, yes, awesome, good, let's do this. So what we're going to do is the people about the customer, then we just want to reach out to them and say, hey, how are you? Have you got 5 minutes to chat? It just might be as simple as, hey, have you got 5 minutes to chat? Love to chat. And then if you're there with them, you can do the call with them, right? You could literally do the call. Like if they're a potential customer, guys, you could easily just be like they were like, hey, can I give you a call? Blah, blah, blah. I wanted to introduce you to someone. I've just started a program. I thought of you. How's your health? What's been going on? I'd love to introduce you to someone who has introduced me to an awesome program that I thought of you. They could 3-way you into the phone call and get you on. Tell me about your health. What's been going on? They introduced you because of this. Tell me about this, blah, blah, blah. It's doable if you want it. So just easy. And then the next thing is just same with the business. Who do you know Who could you give them a chance? Hey, I've got something pretty exciting. Have a chat. Send them an event. Away you go. Questions? No. So Karina, does that make sense? Just the main thing is they watch the event. We do the 3-way. We want them to go off and do a couple of things to get started. Once they've done these things, then let's do a follow-up, a welcome, get their stake in the ground, show them where the first $500 to $1,000 is, give them a couple of basic things that they could do to follow up their first 5, and then away you go.
And quick question, just because that 10-minute game plan link on Team Freestyle can only be tagged in someone, which means they technically have to have ordered.
Have to be in Freestyle. Yeah.
In Team Freestyle.
Yeah.
So just sometimes I notice we might end the first 3-way before they've ordered the product.
Yeah. So just send at the moment, I think the guys are trying to work out how to get it out of there and have it in a format that can be shared without being in the group. But just watch the space for that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Jess, you're going to say something around that? Look at a little PA. Can you message, can I just say this? Can you message Kira and get it out of the, work out how we get it out of there? I don't know why.
Shane will know how to get it out of there. But what I was going to say is because prior to you guys doing your amazing videos, we already had videos in one of our Facebook groups, but we just said, look, as soon as you get your franchisee details to us, we'll be able to pop you in the group. So that it also gave that little bit of pressure or...
Yeah, just urgency, right? It's a bit of urgency. I want to add you to the group. I'd love to get you access to the thing. So all you need, we're not going to activate your franchise. I'm just going to hold on to it. We're going to activate it once you've got your first customer or it's the end of the month. But once I've got that, then I can put you in the group. And then you can access the game plan. You can see, literally going to map out where the first $500 to $1,000. I get that some people kind of want to, feel themselves around, see where the first bit of money is. But do they need to see the game plan while they're still feeling it out? I'm not sure. I don't think it's the game changer. I think they're probably just doing a bit more research, okay, great. What would you like to know more about? Awesome. There are longer versions of the game plan that we've sent forever so that you guys are aware of, so you can, but it won't hurt to get that out of there anyway. Sally, Adam, can we just run through the follow-up after they've been sent the link but not responded? If they haven't responded to the link, Sal?
Yeah, sorry, Adam. If they haven't responded to the link and then you're doing that follow-up where it's like, hey, how you doing? Sorry, I've been crazy busy, lots of exciting stuff happening. Are we getting them on a call just with ourselves just to check in and then send them obviously a message after we've booked the call to see whether they've watched the video, or getting them straight into a 3-way?
So you've sent them the link?
Yeah. So I sent them the link, and then they haven't responded or anything else. They'll come back with that. So
I'm just trying to understand. So let's say you've sent me a link, like, hey, I might have something you could be interested in, and they say, yeah, sure, send it to me, and then you've followed them up. Is that what you're saying, or you haven't followed them up? They haven't got back to you yet.
They haven't come back. They haven't said, oh, I'm interested or anything. Yeah. So 2 or 3 days later, you send that follow-up message of, hey, how you doing? Sorry, I haven't come back to you yet. Super busy.
Awesome.
Stuff. Yep.
So one is very rarely someone's going to message you like, oh my God, it's amazing, get me in. No one's doing that. So you have to follow people up. So if you guys are waiting for people to message you after you've sent them a link, it's very rare that that's going to happen. I'm going to message. So after I've sent the link, 2 days after, I'm just going to be like, hey, Sal, how are you? Hope you had a good couple of days. I'm so sorry I haven't touched base till now. Been lots of crazy stuff going on, super exciting. Hey, I'd love to catch you for a chat over the next couple of days. Are you around tomorrow or the next day? Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Book a time? If they say, yeah, I could be available tomorrow, awesome. So just book a time and then reach out to your upline and say, hey, I've got a call at this time. Are you around?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So you want to like do that. Are you around? If not, then go find someone else.
Yeah.
Now, my thing is if it's not your upline, it could be a sideline. Like maybe you guys have got a buddy in here that's a sideline and you say, hey, I'll do yours if you do mine. If our uplines can't get on, would you be up for that? The thing I love about that is that if your sideline buddy's putting you in lots of, like, they're putting you on calls, then you know what? It's either like, shit, I need to do more. Away you go. Emma struggles for finding someone else. I reckon there's a whole bunch of people in here, Emma. Yeah. And honestly, guys, if in doubt, like, message me and say, hey, Adam, can you help me with the call? I'm around. I'm not as busy as you think. I probably am at the moment, but I'm not always super busy. And I'm up for it. If I can help, I'm going to help. Out three-way me. Just don't come to me as your first resource, like I'm going to utilize this, like, but I'm going to say that, if your upline support is can't get on, then I'm sure we'll find someone. Or, the thing is, if you can't do that time, then you add your upline in and introduce them to them and say, hey, I wanted to introduce Thingo. They've been a great support. I was actually I was thinking about having them jump on with us, but unfortunately not available. Is there any chance maybe we could move it to here or here? I wanted to introduce them. I was going to hope that I could connect you guys together through a chat. And then the upline says, hey, I'd love to be able to get on that time, but unfortunately I've already got a booking, but I could do this time or this time, would that work? So you'll find the prospect might be a bit flexible and they say, oh yeah, I can do that. Cool? You guys are smart individuals. You guys will work it out. Does that make sense, Sal, what I said about how to respond there?
Yeah, so previously, like when you've spoken about that, I've actually just like done a bit of a chit-chat call to see whether they were interested then. Obviously.
No, because you get caught up in the Q&A. Like it's like they want to ask you questions like, oh, no, I don't want to do this now. And then it's that's when it gets weird.
Yeah. And do you send like another message then, obviously before after the call's booked in, but before the call to say, hey, did you get a chance to watch the video?
Look, when I book the call, I might just say, like once I've got it secured and booked, I might just say, oh, by the way, did you ever get a chance to watching the video that I sent? And then they say, yes, you're like, awesome. And if they say no, then you just say, that's all good. There's no doubt if you get a chance to watch that before we catch up, make life a whole lot easier. And I'm sure it'll be able to help answer some of the questions and you'll have some questions on the back of that.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, that's really clarified it. I was just, didn't know whether to do the three-way or just the chat and then,
Yeah. Kath?
Hey, Adam. I just had a teamie reach out to me today that said that she's been having a conversation with a potential customer and hasn't managed to get onto a chat over the phone, a customer chat. And apparently the customer has come back saying, thanks for information. I'm checking it out on eBay and getting prices off there, and which I didn't even know you could do. Can you give some feedback on that? On what
my thing would be, I don't know. When people say I can get it on eBay, I'm like, look, I don't know much about that. But what I do know is if you get it through a legal source, like a proper source, like through a franchisee, you'll also get added to our program. And our program's amazing and it's such a massive add value. And I know that, if you do get it through eBay, the reality is no one's going to look after you. And, that's what you pay for. Goodbye.
Cool.
Good luck.
Awesome. Thank you.
If people want to buy products off, like, find someone else. That's what I'd be instructing. That's what I'm encouraging, team member. Don't let that shit distract you. Jess?
Yeah, cool.
I have a question. I did a three-way with someone. She's like, oh, I just want to do a little more research on the products. So I sent her the website and stuff. But she came back to me saying, I can't advocate something that is when there's superior products for much less out there. So I was like, that's cool. Totally understand it's going to gel with you. Can I ask what these products are that you talk about? No response. But now she wants to go to Babe Supporting Babes in Sydney. So.
Well, you want to kick her out?
Kick her out? No, I'm like, do I give her a ticket? Do I let her know? Oh, by the way, this is actually, this is still the same business, or cool.
Well, the Brave Babes thing isn't just come and do the business.
Babe Supporting Babes, yeah.
The Babe Supporting Babes thing is just a community event, empowerment event. You know what? She might come to that and go, shit, okay, maybe there's more to this than I realise.
So I don't talk to her any further about the products because she's not responding about it. Just talk to her about Babe Supporting Babes.
Yeah, just come along. If you still want to come to the Babes event, come along. She might love the community. Maybe she might wake up to herself. Maybe she might hear some stories. And she's like, I've never heard these sort of stories with, that other product. But for me, this is what I'm going to say. When people say, when there's a cheaper product, blah, blah, I'm like, look, I don't know much about other products. What I do know, there is no product on the planet that has the research that Juice Plus has. And so if you're willing to have a proper look and stack it up against other products, if that's what you're looking for, let me know, and I'd love to send you some more info. Send them like the 5-minute research one with Gordon Hester, or send them the Dr. Mitra Ray interview that we did. Like the Dr. Mitra Ray interview is ridiculously good. Anyone that I was like, hey, check this out, I thought you might find this interesting, and they're like, whoa, that's amazing. Some of the info she shares.
Awesome. And whilst we were talking, Shane was able to rip both those videos down for you.
Really? There you go. You're a legend. The other thing I wanted to quickly share, because I've got to go and get on a call and they're calling me again. Hang on. One sec. I wanted to share with you guys just a little strategy around your client, your customers. How many guys had a new customer this month? At least one new customer? How many guys have got a customer that's got a reorder this month, like their next 4-month allotment's been sent out to them? I think one of the things I learned over the weekend or over the week hanging out with other companies is that they're so good at inviting their customers into, or most of their customers are distributors, so they invite them in very quickly. So my thing is if you've got a customer that's ordered this month and they can take advantage of getting money back on their own product, this can be a great way to reach out to a customer and ask them, how are you going? How's the products? I just want to make sure you've got them. Are you in the program? You're kind of doing a check. And then the next thing I'd say to them is, hey, I just wanted to know, before the month rolls over, I just wanted to check in. If I could show you a way how to get money back on your own products and potentially get your products for free, would that be something of interest to you at all? Okay, if I could show you a way, how do you get your products cheaper or potentially even for free, would that be something that would be of interest to you at all? So just ask the question. If they respond, what do you mean? What is that all about? I would pick up the phone and let them know that even just on their own order, what they're entitled to get back on their own order. If they registered a franchise number, they would get money back on their own product. If they were to refer the product, like if they've done like a 500-point order, I'd let them know if they were just to refer one person to the program, potentially, they'd get X amount of dollars back and the potential of maybe even an extra $100 bonus. Is that something that'd be of interest? So they need to make the most of it before the month rolls over. I would be doing that like now, today and tomorrow. I'll be doing that tonight, tomorrow. Like wouldn't be waiting till like the last day of the month. You kind of missed the ball. And the thing is this, guys, one thing I realized, Team Freestyle, and I don't know, like there's 4,000 new customers at least getting added to Freestyle around the world every month. And how many people actually have this conversation, like really get that conversation? And my thing is, next month, when your customers are loving it and they say, you know what, I wouldn't mind sharing this with some people around me, and then you let them know that they missed out on the opportunity to get money back on their own product last month, I wouldn't risk that they get dirty about that. I'd just make sure they know that if you want to get money back on your own order, if you want to potentially get your product for free, blah, blah, blah. How long after they have ordered would you send that message? I would just I would probably do it in the last probably 7 to 5 days of the month. I'd just be conscious in the last when there's 7 to 5 days to go in the month. This is when I'd be messaging all my new customers for the month, that sort of message. Here's a cool insight. Linda Everton, my sponsor, the #1 individual earner in Australasia, this is how she started in the business. Someone asked her, why don't you just register yourself your own franchise number so you get money back on your own product? And I know you want to share it with people, so why not just you'll be able to do that at home on your own. And that little bit of money that was dripping into her bank account when she went through a financially challenging time in her life, that little bit of money really started to get noticed. And then she got curious, wonder what this could be. I've done nothing, there's a little bit of money going in. Imagine if I did something. And that's how her journey started 7 or 8 years ago. So I think I'm not saying go and hunt. I'm not going to say to you, I would never say to your customer, why don't you do the business? Never. I'm not saying anything about business. I'm just saying register a franchise number, potentially get money back on your own product, and better yet, by just referring to 1 or 2 other people around you to help them get healthier, you could literally be getting your products for free. Is that something you'd be interested in? I've got to go. Thank you, guys. Hope you guys have an awesome month. Let's finish the month awesome. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Hope we got lots of launches again. Karina, anything?
No, just a big thank you, as always, for just answering so many of our questions.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for showing up and putting up with my voice. See you guys.
Adam. Thank you.
Bye,
Thanks for everything, Adam.
Thanks
Bye, everyone.
for showing up on
Bye,
team
thank
training.
you. Good night.
It's so good to see so many of your faces. Come back next week.
Nice to see you guys. Have an awesome week, and let's rock this, guys.
Woo! Yes, Kathy.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh.